Who is Gachagua? Gachagua
the ODM chairperson.
She can lock a Kenyan from going anywhere. In her house, yes. You know, you can't enter somebody's house unless they allow you in. But not any part of Kenya. A Kikuyu will go anywhere in Kenya. A Luo will go anywhere in Kenya. A Somali will go anywhere in Kenya. A Luya like me, half Luya, half Luo, half Kalenjin, I will go anywhere in Kenya. If Kahiga doesn't resign, I will tell you on this show today, if he doesn't resign, he will go down, beaten, badly, mutilated. He will never even recover socially.
Because of that utterance.
He should just resign. You see, the only thing that our politicians are good at doing is to get goons. Organized attack. But if Gachagua just went to Homa Bay or where Gladys Wanga comes from, he'll just eat fish in a hotel. People will just cheer him up, cheer him, celebrate him. Hey, Gachagua, hey, one time. Yeah. You cannot have been with Raila and try to fight Raila's wars. Raila is a spirit. He can still fight now if he wants. Where is Raila? Raila's not gone anywhere. He's a spirit. You can see some of his wars, he's still fighting himself. Yes. The ones he thinks that are necessary. He's still fighting some of the wars. And he's not here. So Wanga cannot fight Raila's wars.
We're here at 17 Losai in Ngara, where apartments are going for 3 million shillings. Starting from 3 million shillings, you can get a studio apartment here in Ngara, close to the Central Business District, for students, young professionals, and those who want to venture into the business of renting or even Airbnbs. I've looked at the furnishing in these apartments. They are absolutely wonderful, high-class furnishing. And these apartments have ceiling, high-end ceiling. Of course, there is parking. Of course, there is security. I've seen the fire extinguishers all around, the staircases. This is something that you can invest in if you have some extra cash. If you have a student who is going to the University of Nairobi or any other campus near CBD, you can come here at 17 Losai in Ngara, starting at 3 million shillings. Of course, you can deposit just 10% of this. Then during construction, you do 80% and then 10% afterwards, and you own this apartment. Ngara, as I said before, is going through a facelifting. And that means Ngara is not the Ngara you see today. Can you imagine investing now before it gets there? And then you venture into this business of renting and B&Bs. I'm here with Prof. Manyora. Great to see you. How are you doing today?
We are okay. Trying very much.
Trying very much.
Yes.
After Baba's demise.
Yes.
They're saying Kikuyus will be sidelined. It will be again 41 versus 1, or is it 42 versus 1? Because of Kahiga's statement.
Who is saying?
I've listened to ODM saying Gachagua is not welcome. And Gachagua did not even speak.
Who are they?
Not welcome.
Who are they?
ODM, Gladys Wanga.
Who is Gladys?
Together with
who is Gladys Wanga? Gladys Wanga
the ODM chairperson.
She can lock a Kenyan from going anywhere. In her house, yes. You know, you can't enter somebody's house unless they allow you in. But not any part of Kenya. A Kikuyu will go anywhere in Kenya. A Luo will go anywhere in Kenya. A Somali will go anywhere in Kenya. A Luya like me, half Luya, half Luo, half Kalenjin, I will go anywhere in Kenya.
But it's not...
No, but not even Ruto has that power.
Gladys did not speak as an ordinary woman in her house. She spoke as the chairperson of ODM.
I'm saying not even the president of the Republic of Kenya. So who is Gladys Wanga? I said nobody, not even the president, can stop an individual from going any part of the country.
Why are they bringing Gachagua into this Kahiga's conversation?
This is a narrative, and people are beginning to see this thing for what it is. There are people who are now doubting that Governor Kahiga spoke out of turn. They think it was planned, orchestrated by some quarters, to plant a rift between the Kikuyu and the Luo. And I don't think it will work.
If you say people, does this mean those in broad?
Let's not mention them.
I'm just asking.
Let's not mention them.
Let's not mention.
But if somebody has to use their brain.
Which team?
I mean, just use your head. Who is making a lot of noise about it?
ODM.
Yeah. So they should tell us, what is this thing? Doesn't look like it is something they planned somehow to try and plant a serious rift between Kikuyus and Luos and between Kikuyus and the rest of this country. We are past that stage. Hiyo gari tulishuka kama Wakenya.
Politically, can it be advantageous to them?
That's what they think, but they are foolish because it won't work. It can't work, it won't work. Wakenya wameshuka hiyo gari. You cannot pit Kikuyus against the rest of the country or against the Luos. No. It will not work.
Then are you meaning that politics is not tribal now?
No, I'm saying it is still tribal, but you cannot play it in that manner. So you use a game like this and hope to achieve Luo hatred against Kikuyus and vice versa. That will not work.
Could it be that Kahiga was just speaking because this is what Mount Kenya leaders are speaking at night when they
you know when you interrogate that thing much more deeply, you find there's something wrong with it. In a public function, when I saw that clip, I thought it was a small group. Because these are the things people are saying. People say these kind of things. What Kahiga was saying. People just say those kind of things. But you see, it will be like where we are here. A small group of people, friends and family in a gathering, a small thing. When I learned it was a funeral, I changed my thinking. This was deliberate. You cannot say things like those in the public. No. And have it recorded so well. No. That is deliberate.
But I'm listening to a lot of analysts too, and they are saying Baba's demise, even Baba's exit into politics, is somehow leveling the ground. We are, even you yourself have said that we are going to see a lot of leaders coming up.
But I wouldn't say the way Kahiga said. Knowing what it will mean. I know what it could mean in a small circle. When the context is right, it is what everybody is saying. That now that Baba is not there, this will happen, we are all talking about that, all of us. But the way he put it, that is insensitive if it gets to the public, and it was spoken in public. I doubt that it was just out of turn. I think it is something deliberate.
What should be the course of action from Mount Kenya leaders, especially
they should push for
Rigathi Gachagua?
They know what happened. They know. They are not fools. They know Kahiga was doing most likely was doing somebody's bidding. They should kick him out. They should remove him from that position of governor. If Kahiga doesn't resign, I will tell you on this show today, if he doesn't resign, he will go down beaten, badly, mutilated. He will never even recover socially.
Because of that utterance.
He should just resign.
But
he should not wait. I'd rather die than resign. He should resign.
But
now.
What are you saying?
If he doesn't push himself out, I know he will be pushed out. There will be a lot of pressure for him to go. But if he doesn't do that, Gachagua has a lot of control in Nyeri. He should have the MCS impeach him. That's enough. You don't need another ground.
Is there logic in saying it's ODM? Can someone say such a thing for him to later resign from the board of governor, for him knowing very well he can be impeached?
He would not know that it will be received that badly. He would think it's just a small game. If that's should it be the case? The thinking is not I'm not the only one thinking so. I have heard many people thinking so, that this thing was stage managed.
By ODM?
Somebody. No, I've not said that. You're the one saying.
But if it's not Gachagua's
it
team,
can be ODM, it can be anybody else, but not.
It's ODM.
What is not possible is that it is from Mount Kenya.
Then how desperate?
It's not from Gachagua or any of Mount Kenya. Neither is it from the Kalonzo side of the opposition, no. So the other side, but who is another story.
How desperate can they be to make this conversation?
Politicians are always like that. When you see yourself drowning, you make moves. Politicians are always... Remember there are people who are now getting scared that this one-term thing looks very real. Eh? Yeah.
So they may be the ones... What will happen if Gachagua goes to Luo Nyanza to pay homage to Baba, and the ODM guys have said he should not stop there?
Who are these people? Gachagua can just go. You see, the only thing that our politicians are good at doing is to get goons. Organized attack. But if Gachagua just went to Homa Bay or where Gladys Wanga comes from, he'll just eat fish in a hotel. People will just cheer him up. Cheer him. Celebrate him. Hey, Gachagua, hey, one time. Yeah.
Nothing can happen.
And some will tell him, sisi tuko broad-based. Yeah. Sisi tuko na Ruto. acha hizo zako, lakini kula samaki. Nothing will happen to Gachagua anywhere, in Bondo, anywhere from people. So but there's always a fear that some of these leaders can organize people to intimidate him or to harm him. So it will be good to be cautious, not to go now.
That was my next question. What should Gachagua do now that there's this conversation? He did not mourn Baba as people expected. Now they are saying Mount Kenya is speaking this, so of course it's Kahiga. He comes back to public. What is the expectation? Because people are waiting to see.
He should find out. This is not a small matter. This is, you see, I've been singing this song that we need to be careful with what we do and what we say. If we are big people, if we are aspiring to be president, or we are very important in this matrix of who becomes president. But in order for that to happen, you need to have advisors. The need for advisors is so clear now. And therefore, if Gachagua has serious advisors around him, they must craft a strategy to get out of this thing. But this thing is bad for Gachagua. Remember first the virus and bacteria one. That's why he couldn't go to Nyayo very easily or Bondo. It was because of that. There was no other reason. That there was nothing to stop Gachagua from mingling with people in Bondo in Nyayo Stadium. But that bacteria, that virus, and now this Kahiga Mutai thing.
Yes.
If he doesn't craft a strategy out of it, he may never recover.
How about ODM that is now strong riding with this Kahiga's thing? Of course, people are angry, and of course, they have that right to respond if they are not the ones who orchestrated this. How should ODM navigate now this enmity that is being tried to be portrayed of Luo versus Kikuyu?
You see, ODM now, unfortunately, you must ask yourself, which ODM are you talking about? If you say how should ODM do, what are they thinking? It must be which ODM.
There's the Gladys.
It's very unfortunate. There is the ODM of the usurpers, the cowards, the opportunists, the hungry. And there's the ODM of principled people who want to maintain Baba's party intact as a way of preserving Baba's legacy, where people like Sifuna belong. If I was a member, I would belong there. So which ODM are you talking about?
The Gladys ones. Let's start with that.
This one of opportunists.
The ones that, I'm not calling them that. That is you calling them.
Yeah,
this one of those
cowards.
who made this statement.
Yeah, these cowards.
Yes.
Of course, they are the ones who are trying to get cheap capital out of that. Yeah. They are the ones who are doing what Baba would never have done at all. Do you know people? I don't know what forum I'll use to say this thing. You know, Baba never bothers about what people say about. You know me, I've said many things about Baba, you know, in your show even.
Yes.
But then the following day, or even the same day, Baba and I are having a meeting, or we're having fish. Do you know he has never asked me anything I've said on TV, or on my video, on radio, or in the newspapers? Even when they have been very harsh on him, he has never, ever mentioned anything to me. Manyora, that is Baba for you. Look, how many people have insulted Baba and you find Baba with them, Kina Moses Kuri? So why so Kina Gladys Wanga, what are they telling us now?
They're protecting his
legacy. They have been with Baba all these years. They know Baba has eaten with the people who have called him things. I'm not saying I ever called them things, but I've been hard on him in some instances, and you know.
Yes.
Sometimes I fear now we are meeting with him. Do I cancel or do I go? I go and it never features. In fact, the last time I had a meal with Baba in his house, just the two of us, Dennis Onyango walked in, and this is public. Dennis Onyango can say yes or no. And if he says no, Doro Mwene also walked in. So, Hana Bahati, equal evidence.
You had that meal.
He just landed when we were eating with Baba. Say, no, bro. You are being very unfair to Mzee.
Oh.
Yeah, you are being very unfair to Mzee. That have been attacking Mzee of late so much. I told him, Dennis, it's you who doesn't know your work. Do you know Baba continued as if he had not done anything? That's Raila.
What was Dennis trying to do then?
He's saying that I was saying bad things about Baba. I was being against Baba. I've been so hard on Baba of late. You know.
You're not supposed to be with Baba because of your harshness.
Yeah, and this is Nakula Alulu, Quail, which was my last meal with Baba in his house. So that's Baba for you. He's not the sort of man who cares what people say or do. This is a man who was tortured by Moi. And the torture is visible. He carries that handkerchief. The psychological scars are there. The physical scars. What has Moses Kuria said about Raila's teary eyes? You heard what he has said? Kama umbwa. You know, but these are the people you find Raila eating with. So glad Wanga wanatuambia nini? What are they trying to tell us?
They are saying Gachagua should not stay.
No, that's not what Raila will do. Raila will just laugh and he'll be with Kaiga Mtai and Kaiga, it's called Kaiga Mtai.
Yes.
And they eat fish somewhere with Raila. That's Raila. And they have been with Raila more than us. How come they don't know? What, unless that's why I'm saying there is something beyond. Because you cannot have been with Raila and try to fight Raila's wars. Raila is a spirit. He can still fight now if he wants. Where is Raila? Raila's not gone anywhere. He's a spirit. You can see some of his wars, he's still fighting himself. The ones he thinks that are necessary. He's still fighting some of the wars. And he's not here. So Wanga cannot fight Raila's wars. First of all, Raila is a spirit. If he needs to fight, he will fight himself. Secondly, and more importantly, Raila is not a man who revenges. He doesn't even care about what you say about him. People who tortured Raila, Raila has eaten with them and worked with them. People who called Raila names. People who put Raila through suffering.
Including Moi.
Yeah, including detention. His best years in life, he was not with his wife and children. And yet he has eaten with them. Laughed with them. Shared the government with them. People who stole his election. Kena Kibaki. We can say it openly. Orengo was saying in the funeral. Yes, they stole Raila's victory has been stolen. Not once, not twice. But he has eaten with these people. They call each other Ndugu.
Yes.
The pain people went through in 2022 after Raila's election was messed. Is Orengo said it was stolen. Yes. Let me say it was messed.
Even SK said the same, so it's okay.
But when I turn to my brother, so why would you be fighting Raila's war? Why would you be vilifying people in Raila's name when you know Raila couldn't work like that? And in any case, Raila is a spirit. If he wants to fight,
he'll fight himself.
He'll fight himself. Don't fight Raila's war.
Finally, how about ODM 2 now? The Sifunas who are watching the Gladyses making these pressers, and they are calling for Gachagua not to step in Luo Nyanza.
Sifuna has already spoken, and he has said what I've said. I said what Kahiga Mutai, Governor Kahiga Mutai, using the word governor with Kahiga Mutai is painful. Sifuna said it is bad, it's the vilest. He knows people have said bad things about Raila. But what that guy has said is so insensitive, so bad. But what did Sifuna say? He says, but Raila would go and have lunch with such a person. Yes, that's what Sifuna said, which is true, which is what I'm saying. So then Robert Alai says, I asked Robert Alai, do you know English? Of course, Sifuna just spoke English, said, what Kahiga Mtaya say cannot even be described. It's so uncouth, so insensitive, so vile. But Raila would have lunch with such a person. That is Raila for you. That's why I keep calling Raila spirit, because human beings cannot behave the way Raila behaved. You can forgive, but you cannot be as forgiving. Even Mandela forgave the people who had put him in jail for 27 years.
Yes.
But he couldn't forgive his wife, Winnie. So there's a limit to which a human being can tolerate and forgive, beyond which he can't forgive. But Raila has no limit when it comes to forgiving. Anybody who calls himself a Christian, they can never be a Christian like Raila, because forgiveness, tolerance is a hallmark of Christianity. And that's what Raila stood for and symbolizes. That even the worst of our enemies are still human beings. That's what the last Pope said. The one, the Pope somebody,
John Francis.
Whatever he was, that's what he said. That even these bad people you are talking, they are still human beings.
And therefore, this case of Kaiga should be taken in isolation, not about
No, it can't be about Gikuyus. Just like Wanga is messing, it can't be about Luos. That's Wanga messing, not Luos.
We're at 17 Losai recording this show. I guess Prof has given us the comfort that Raila is still with us, fighting as a spirit. which he is. Thanks for tuning into this conversation. Remember, these apartments are going for 3 million Kenya shillings, starting from 3 million Kenya shillings. Professionals like me wanting to stay close to the CBD, come here at 17 Losai. The number is on your screen. To do talk again. Have yourself a lovely rest of your day.